What's going on, guys? Welcome to the All About Nothing podcast, the most consistent podcast ever made.
Even though we missed last week.
Shut the fuck up. I'm your host, Jared.
And I'm Spencer.
And let's get the show on the road. Pew! Oh, God.
Nothing.
So what's going on, Spencer? How's your week, dude?
So
how was your 2-week
Yeah,
break from the podcast?
I was gonna say. So
First off, I'll apologize for missing last week. Between school and work, it's hard for me and Spencer's schedules to line up, so we missed our first week of the podcast.
Yeah, only 7 episodes in, we missed our first week. So we could actually call this season 2 if we want.
Yeah, this is season 2 of the podcast.
No, it's not.
This is season 1. Actually, last week we had Travis Pastrana on, except his lawyers called and they said they wanted to pull the plug. They didn't want.
Yeah, they said cancel that shit ASAP because we
roasted him.
Yeah.
He started crying on the podcast. So
yeah, and
his lawyers paid us a good chunk of change too, so we didn't have to. They paid us to pretty much take it down.
Yeah, and we made him do some inappropriate stuff.
No,
so.
we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Nothing's inappropriate on this podcast.
Jared licked his asshole.
We're cutting that out.
No, we're not.
We are cutting that shit out.
Absolutely not.
Oh my god. Okay, how was your week, Spence? Give us the rundown. Or your 2 weeks?
So we'll talk about last week first because that was pretty good. I'm down like 20 pounds now.
Damn, that's awesome, dude. Congrats.
Thank you.
Ever in jazz hands? If you're watching on YouTube, you can see me do jazz hands. So watch on YouTube.
And all of our other stuff. So I went to the gym. I was, doing all that.
You're at a new gym now too.
Yes, I am.
How do you like that one?
The new gym's good. I enjoy it. It's it's different, but it's a lot of people from my last gym kind of moved over to here. So
is it bigger? Because your last gym was kind of small.
Yeah, it's big. It's got a lot of space, and there's the nice thing is there's classes that I could do if I want to do any classes. Which
spin class is probably the best class.
They do spin classes. They do yoga. They do Zumba. They do Fight Club, which is they do like UFC
Fight Club.
Training.
Let's do that. I'll do it with you.
Yeah, if you come with me for a guest day, you can definitely do that.
I'll do Fight Club with you.
Sounds great.
We just can't talk about it.
No.
It's first rule of Fight Club.
Don't talk about Fight Club. So I did that, and then on Friday night of last week, I had my first interior structure fire job.
Ooh.
Where I actually went inside the building.
Run down a structure fire for people who don't know, because of course I know, being the genius I am. I taught Spencer everything he knows about firefighting.
Oh, so true. It's so true. If I didn't have Jared, I probably wouldn't even know what a hose was.
Yeah.
So
you're lucky.
Very lucky. So a structure fire is basically a fire that is caught inside of a building of any type of construction. So if technically any structure. So if you want to consider I'm looking at my shed right now, and the shed is considered the shed would be considered a structure. So if that caught, that would be a structure fire. So that's what it is. But this was an apartment complex of eight apartments. Only 3 got damaged, but 8 apartments. The people that lived in it, was about 30 people are out of their homes. Nobody got hurt,
awesome.
Which was good. Everybody evacuated pretty quickly, so that was amazing.
Awesome.
But by the time, and it wasn't even for us, it was for a mutual town. So by the time I got there, it was time to go to work. And
what time did you respond to the fire?
Oh, it was 9:30 at night.
And you were there until?
I was there until I didn't get home until 2 in the morning.
Jeez, dude.
And
you wake up for work at 4:35.
Yeah, but it was Friday, so I had Saturday to.
Oh, okay.
I woke up at 6 on Saturday, so.
So you have 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah, and then I got another call in the middle, or at 6 a.m. That's what woke me up. I got a call at 6 a.m.
Did you go to that one too?
Yeah, that's why I woke up. It was for a fire alarm.
Jeez.
In someone's house. It was weird. The fire alarm was in a bucket in the basement. Yeah.
Was there actually a fire?
No.
Oh god.
It was just going off. The batteries were dead, or the batteries were dying, so it was acting up.
That's crazy. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So I told them you need new batteries.
And you need to take it out of the bucket?
Yeah, and you need to hang it up into an area where smoke can sufficiently hit it,
Yeah.
So yeah, but the structure fire was cool. I got to do some work. I got to, it's never cool for like the people that have to deal with that. The people where house was saving. It sucks because those houses were ruined.
Yeah.
When I was walking in there, the water was like up to my shins.
They'll be out for weeks, maybe months though. Like
some
a
of
steady
them,
place to live.
yeah, two or I would say 3 of those apartments. They're not getting back into anytime soon.
That's ridiculous. That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's the nice thing about having insurance.
What started the fire?
Not sure. They haven't. They're still investigating. They haven't confirmed.
Did Ryan start the fire?
Ryan started the fire. No. But yeah, so I'm not sure if the other people got to go back to their apartments yet or not. But I know I know that those other people aren't going to be going for a while because it's destroyed.
Oh yeah, totally.
But yeah, I got to basically from the inside when I went inside, my job was to just look for fire in the attic.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a continuous attic throughout all 8 apartments.
Okay, yep.
So they actually so the department that was running the whole situation, it was in their town. They did an amazing job.
Really?
Of stopping the fire before it spread farther. So we when we were there, it was bulk of it was knocked down. So we kind of just went to find more fire hot spots.
Yep.
So we broke down we broke the sheetrock down, and then I have a story, but I'm gonna refrain from saying names.
Thank God he could finally do it after 7 episodes of me yelling at him.
And this guy is a newer guy, so I don't want to bash him too hard because he's got maybe a little less experience than I do, but I mean there's just some things were common sense that you just shouldn't have done. So when he was inside, they assigned him to run the chainsaw and cut a hole in the plywood that was above the sheetrock.
Okay.
So that way, because that was where they thought the fire was.
Right.
So we were right there. And he started the chainsaw. Had trouble starting the chainsaw. Another guy from the other department got it to go. So he got it running. He climbed up the ladder. Tried to make his cut.
Mm-hmm.
Then it still wouldn't go, and then he got it to start again, and he whacked it on the aluminum ladder while it was running.
Oh geez.
Yeah, and destroyed the ladder, which sucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh God.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to bash him anyway, because it's at first I was like, what the hell are you doing, dude? But then you gotta realize when you're in the moment, when you're up there, it's your first fire you're going to fight, and you don't really get a lot of jobs because it's a town that has a paid department.
Oh,
so
okay.
He's a volunteer on with a town with a paid department, so they don't make a lot of calls.
Yeah.
So the fact that he got to go in and do some work, it was you get excited. I mean, I was kind of calm. I mean, it was my first one inside, but it wasn't like we were taking a nozzle and going in with a hose line and knocking down the bulk of the fire. That was already done. It's kind of like a calm situation. I wasn't on the ground. I was standing up. The heat wasn't pushing us down or anything.
Oh, okay.
It was just smoky.
Yeah.
And that was it.
It was just hectic, though.
Yeah, and there was a lot of people in a small room,
Especially with all that gear.
Yeah.
So you guys take up a lot of room.
Yeah, so that happened, but yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was a good, but I hope that people like him take that and just learn from that experience. Okay, this is what I did. What could I have done to prevent that from happening?
Oh yeah.
That
just comes with, again, experience.
Yeah, and then so we did that. And then finished. We went into another room, set up a ladder in there so a guy could go through a closet that had a cut hole through directly to the roof because he was trying to fight the fire from there. And then we walked out from that and then packed up and left. But it was a really good experience. I got to go with some other experienced guys, so
that's awesome.
Cool. And a guy that I've always wanted to go into a fire with was one of my chiefs. So
that's definitely awesome.
Yeah.
I was with my criminal law class. One of my professors, he used to be he was in Vermont, and he used to be a volunteer firefighter.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess in Vermont, or during this time, there were not a lot of fire hydrants available.
In Vermont there's not a lot in Vermont.
So you go to a fire with whatever's in your truck, and if there's like a pond nearby, then you could use the water from there. But he said half the time they just watch like a small fire just completely envelop the whole house.
Yeah, because like a big thing with really rural areas is like the fact that you don't have. You need a good team. Like in our area, we do have a lot of rural areas, but Winston is like has a lot of hydrants. So you have people that we have a tanker task force on this side of Connecticut, and like it's a bunch of towns that have tankers. So they do tanker shuttles. So like if we'll either find the nearest hydrant and then go from there and just shuttle water, keep shuttling water,
keep going back and forth,
or find a big pond or a lake or something that we can pull water from. Here we don't really have that big of an issue in this town, but other towns do around us.
There's just options to take.
Yeah. So we did that, and then that was like pretty much my crazy thing. And then the big thing that happened with the house, I had to dig an 8-foot hole in the backyard.
Ooh, yeah.
Because of my shit pipe getting destroyed. Having a blockage.
Not fun.
Yeah, it's obstructed. It's still fucked up because the guy that gave me the directions, the coordinates for the line was way off.
Really?
You should not have been 8 feet deep. We dug like a 8-foot by like 7-foot deep hole, and it was huge. Like the garden box we just built, it was that wide, like that long. You could see it in the backyard.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's just terrible, man. It looks like shit. Terrible. So now the lawn's all fucked up, and Abby's pissed because of that, but you know, we still didn't fix it. But I mean, like we still used the bathroom. It's just like wanted to fix it that day, so we didn't have to deal with it. And then this week I got like it was a huge honor to go and watch one of my friends and brothers on the fire department get inducted into the Firefighter Hall of Fame. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I got to watch him get inducted, and that was the coolest thing. He's like one of the most selfless guys I know.
Really?
He's definitely like one of my heroes. Like he's my hero for firefighting.
Him and me.
Him and you. Yeah, definitely you. But yeah, so I got to watch him get inducted, and it was such a big honor. And he's got such an amazing family.
Really?
Oh, his wife's on the fire department too. So we got to watch. Well, there's so many people there for him. Like 50 people probably there for him. Yeah,
that's awesome.
So we got to watch him get inducted, and we got to and they had like an open bar. I was like, they picked the wrong open bar.
Why?
Wrong place to do an open bar.
Why?
Because it's a bunch of firefighters that are, that drink a lot. So
oh god.
Oh my god. Yeah, they did it for 1 hour, so that whole place was I'm surprised they didn't drink out the whole bar.
That's awesome.
Like, people just kept going back, back. And you can order as many drinks as you want.
Yeah,
like,
open bar.
Yeah, well, like, no, at one time. Like, I thought they were going to have some rule, like, oh, you only have one drink at a time. But no, like,
nope.
I was going up, and I was like, yeah, can I get 3 Captain Cokes? Not for me, because I had to drive, but for my friends, because they were like, oh, can you get me a drink? And I was like, yeah, sure.
That's awesome.
I was just getting seltzer, so I was like, oh, can you get me 3 Captain Cokes and a seltzer? And they're like, yeah, sure. And they just hand me 4 drinks. Well,
that's great.
3 drinks. I was like, damn. So yeah, we did that, and then and then yesterday we went to the big Tiny Meat Gang, but we'll get to that. How about your week? All right, hold on, we'll pause. The camera died.
Oh, it died?
I saw it blinking. I thought it was charged.
Okay.
But all right, we don't need to clap.
Nope. All right, so for my past 2 weeks, just been busy with school. Had another museum trip for my art history class that I complain about every week.
Where did you go? What museum?
There's a house in Farmington, in I guess this huge collector. He used to own like a big mining company. So we bought this house and was a huge collector of art, like taught him everything. He traveled the world in like the early 1900s, was like collecting art. Have you ever heard of a Monet?
Yeah.
It's the super
expensive, super rare.
So there's super rare paintings. I'm gonna get this fact wrong, but I believe there's like one of his paintings he painted 2 stacks of hay 11 different times, and there are only 11 of these paintings, and there's like some like in the morning, at night, during the fall, during summer, winter, spring, just a bunch of different times, like covered in snow. Just for some reason these are they're not that great paintings, like they don't look that beautiful. But there's
so
only 11.
Monet is not the greatest painter in the world.
No, there's only 11 of these, And in this house, there were 3 of these paintings. The latest, they don't really go for sale too often, but one went for sale about 2 years ago. It was up, I think it was sold for $55 million. And in this house, there's 3 of them.
Are you kidding me?
No. 3 of them, $55 million. So I'm like, I'm going to be an art thief now.
Holy shit.
Except like when this man died and like his whole family died, when they signed documents, they signed it as like, this needs to be preserved exactly how we lived in it and no one can sell anything from it.
Wow.
$55 million.
That's amazing.
There was a vase there that was like 100 years old.
My question is, what happens to those people when they get, when they die? Like, who's going to know if they sold their paintings?
No one will know, but they like, I don't know, some law.
It's probably like the lawyers.
And then it's also people who are like big art enthusiasts. They'll go and they'll work there. Like my own professor, she worked there when she was younger.
Really?
Yeah, she worked as like a, I don't know, like a tour guide.
That's pretty cool. Like what you call it? I don't know. The tour guide. That's a word for tour guide for museums. I don't know.
I have no idea. A curator?
Curator. Is she a curator? Yeah, that's the thing
know.
that's the thing for art.
Dude. I just eat in this class. But yeah, so after that, just normal week, like between school and everything like that. Then actually, I went up to New Hampshire.
Oh,
for
yes,
a weekend.
You did go up to New Hampshire.
All right, we had a brief intermission, but it's okay. We had
So
some
you
crazy
have to-
fans knocking at the door.
Yeah, some super crazy, stupid, crazy fans.
So yeah, I went up to New
40 billion
Hampshire.
people.
Oh my god. I went up to New Hampshire. I used to go to a school, Plymouth State University.
Woo woo.
Woo, woo.
PSU.
See, I used to go to that school. I went there for about a year. Wasn't a huge fan of like I didn't really like the teachers there, honestly. That was probably the biggest thing.
You left a school because you hated the teachers.
Why do you go to school? To learn.
Did they not teach you?
I had like some of the teachers, like I was in environmental science. That's when I was an environmental science major.
I wish you stuck with that. You would have been such a cool environmental scientist, and I would have called you a fucking nerd.
Okay, 4 eyes. Cry. So they had a nice like environmental science program. I wasn't really big into the teachers, and I decided I wanted to change my major. So I left that school. I made some great friends up there. So last weekend I decided to go up and visit, and we just like hung out with them, had a good time. It was a 3.5 hour drive.
So you went up with two other guys?
I drove up there to see my friend Davis, Larkin, and then I have 2 other friends, Casey and Olivia. I was gonna go see all 4 of them.
What are all their last names?
I'm not. Oh my god.
I'm just kidding.
So
did you drive up there by yourself though?
Yeah, I drove up by myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you get lost?
No, I'm used to driving up there because I used to drive there for school.
Oh, did you have your car up there?
Yeah, I would drive down for like break or drive up for like.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I drove up there. Initially, it was great seeing all of them. They're all great people.
That's such a nice drive too, though. Like to go up to New Hampshire.
Oh, it was a beautiful drive.
I love driving.
Made some new friends up there too. It was just a great weekend, super fun. They want me to go back up soon, so
you'll probably stop doing the podcast and make a podcast up in New Hampshire.
Yeah, with a better co-host.
All about PSU.
All about being better than All About Nothing podcast.
That's a very long title.
We'll find some abbreviation for it. Whatever. So yeah, I went up, great time. The GPS fucked up. The first on my way up added like 20 minutes of my travel time. It brought me to the top of the school when I would always drive up to the bottom of the school.
How do you need a GPS when I thought you knew exactly where you were going?
I know
I'm not used to getting lost, cause I know where I'm going.
You suck. I actually wasn't busy last week. I just didn't want to see you.
Well, I was pretty busy fucking dealing with shit.
What were you? Oh, you literally were dealing with shit.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, that was a fun weekend. Met up a bunch of my friends. It was good seeing them. It was like they're one of those. Some of those friends that if I go months, even like I went a year without seeing them, and like meet right back up with them, we just pick up right where we left. Like we're best friends.
Yeah, those are the best kind of friends. Like,
I don't need to call a friend every single damn day.
Yeah, it's nice to be, but it's like, and they're close friends to you. It's like, it's like you saw them yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. I
It's
mean,
so cool.
it was great talking to all of them. My friend Davis, he got his captain's license.
No shit.
Yeah, so he's gonna be driving around like yachts.
Oh,
and party
boating captain. He's a fucking captain.
Yeah, he could like marry people
Yeah,
out.
I was
in the
just
open
gonna
sea.
say he could freaking marry people.
Yeah. So his dad, like works at a marina, owns a marina in Connecticut.
You know how much money you make being a captain? Like, why is he even going to school?
Well, the way he's doing it is he's being a captain. He's going for school for business. He's being a captain this summer.
He's gonna buy out.
Who knows? He has a bunch of crazy adventure, like great
Business
ideas.
adventures.
He's gonna be the president one day. He is. I'll vote for him. Yeah. Okay.
You know, I had 3 people in the 2016 election vote for me.
That's a lie.
No, I'm being dead serious.
It's 4 because I voted for you too.
I had 3 people like write in my name.
Who? You, your mom,
No,
Abby.
no, not any of us. I didn't put my name in. No, my friend Brandon, my friend Kyle, and I'm pretty sure Abby's brother put me in. Like I'm almost positive. So that's 3.
Hey, there you go. But yeah. So he's
could
gonna
be president.
He's gonna be captain, drive
I'm not
people.
eligible, but I could be president.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I got more votes than Davis did.
So he's gonna. You're not even eligible.
Well, I got more votes than Davis did.
Oh my god. So he's gonna be driving people like between the marina and like Block Island because people don't want to drive their own boats.
Yeah,
they want to get hammered. So he'll just cart them back and forth.
Dude,
he absolutely loves being out on the water.
He should just buy a yacht and like a party boat and be like, hey, by the way, you know, it's $400 to go on my party boat, but it's a good ass time and you can get drunk.
Think about it. You can just drive other people's boats. Why buy your own?
He could be a boat Uber. He should start Boober. He should start that.
Oh my god.
Dude, call him up. We're gonna have to talk. I'm gonna have to get some percentages on this.
So yeah,
he listens to us, so like I know.
Yeah.
I know if you steal my idea, Davis, I'll kill you.
You don't even know.
I don't know.
So it was good seeing him. He's gonna be captain. My friend Larkin, he's a ski patroller.
Your friends have some badass jobs.
I guess some whack friends. They're cool dudes. So he's like the whole weekend he was telling me about how he's kind of like being a firefighter in a sense where you get like dispatch and they'll call you. So at one point he got a call that would have to like ski down, like find someone's broken leg, like someone broke their leg, he'll have to like reset it, do all that other stuff.
They have that at the ski mountain in the town over, and I really wanted to do it, but I don't know how to ski, so it's kind of like a qualification for that guy. I was like, can't I just ride around on a snowmobile? Like
there are, like he says, you have to get certified to do the snowmobile. But at one point, one of his calls, he showed up and there's a hiker who was just hiking, was on like a trail that was like closed off for the day, and there's a trail, like another skier found him, like they heard him yelling. There's a trail of blood because he tripped, fell, hit his head, and slid down. He was on the mountain for 2 hours. Hypothermia was starting to kick in. My friend Larkin said he was blue, like he's never seen someone shake. All the ski patrollers showed up. They were taking off their own jackets, wrapping him around him. He ended up having like he had a huge gash in his head too. He lived.
Wow.
Yeah, but I guess he had to get like, I think he hurt his back or maybe his leg. He definitely got some pretty like bad head injuries.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he sees some crazy stuff. He absolutely loves it because he's big into skiing. He lives in Vermont, so you kind of have to be. That's the only thing to do. So he absolutely.
That's the only thing to do in Vermont. There's one other thing you can do in Vermont.
Do you know what you can do in Vermont?
You can go visit the Cabot Cheese Factory.
No, in the 2 weeks it's not snowing, you could hike up the ski mountains.
But you can also visit the Cabot Cheese Factory.
I think he lives near the cheese factory. No, he lives near like a Ben and Jerry's factory.
They're pretty close to each other. They're like an hour away. I know this because my.
Wait, hold up. What? You're bringing up a cheese factory. Let's bring up that Spencer is, again, lactose intolerant. We went to Taco Bell last night.
Wait.
And who ordered extra cheese?
Shut up. Don't get there yet. You're going to ruin it.
Oh my God.
It was... Okay, yes, I did order extra cheese last night. I did go to Taco Bell, which we shouldn't have done because I'm dieting, and I guess it was our cheat meal, but I also ate like 20 wings at J. Timothy's. I still didn't gain any weight.
Oh my God.
So
go back to the cheese factory you're talking about.
So I was just saying that it's close to, it's in Vermont. My aunt and uncle live like 30 minutes from there, maybe 20, but yeah, they live like 20, 30 minutes from there, and one of their friends, their neighbor, works at the Cabot Cheese Factory. Like
really?
The head cheeser.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I went. It was a fun trip. It was good connecting with everyone. I only got to see Olivia and Casey for a few minutes because I saw them the next morning.
I'm telling
before
Amy.
I was heading out.
I'm telling
Please
you.
no, no. Amy knows. So it was fun. It was really good to see all of them. They want me to go back up again when it gets like a little bit nicer out. So yeah.
Yeah, and
What dumb remark are you gonna make?
I'm not gonna bring up anything because I'm not gonna roast you that bad. But yeah, someone came out in steroid again that I haven't seen in a long time.
Oh my god.
Since his Plymouth State days. So I'm glad it's back. And that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, and last night we went to
the TMG,
Tiny Meat Gang.
That's
podcast.
Cody Ko and Noel Miller.
Dude, I'm gonna be so hyped when they put our faces in their extra reel because we like video bombed.
Oh, we did video bomb one of them.
We video bombed these like
we
this
thought it was
group
a
of
picture.
girls. Yeah, they thought they were taking a picture. I was like, oh, they're recording, and it was just Jared on my back, and I was just standing there like really like just like standing there like awkwardly looking at the camera, and then Jared. But then I was that guy that was walking around doing that. I was like, dude, he's like all over, and then I saw a picture with. Like that Tiny Meat Gang posted, or Noel Miller posted, and it was like tagging the photographer that took the picture.
He's their photographer for the whole tour.
I didn't know that, dude, and he's done so many other people's tours. He's like a really good photographer.
Yeah, crazy.
He's amazing.
Before we got into the show, though, let's talk about the joke that went right over your head that I made. So me and Spencer Spencer, our friend Jack, and Allison, we all went to the Tiny Meat Gang. Alex, our friend Alex and Jess, they also went, but they like ordered tickets.
The row behind us.
They ordered tickets separately because I don't think they knew we were all gonna go.
Well, yeah.
Who knows? But luckily we got pretty close to them, so we were able to see them and talk to them a little bit. So while we're waiting in line, these two drunk girls walk up to us. They walk up to Spencer like, what is this for? Like, what is everyone standing outside for? Spencer's like, oh, it's for the Tiny Meat Gang. And they go, what? And he goes, Tiny Meat Gang. And I just go, yeah, it's a pretty much a
group of people.
It's like a pretty much like a group of people that get together for supporting below average men. And they're just like, I know what Tiny. They did not think it was funny at all. They were not having it. I thought that was so damn funny, but they.
And then I was like, wait.
After they left, Spencer like, wait.
And that made so much sense.
So yeah, but
and I gave Jack Smith $5 last night.
Yeah, you shouldn't have.
You know what? Mooch. He was like talking about how he's got no money. He's like, you only got $5.
You wasted on like.
And guess what? He doesn't even listen to the podcast.
Yeah, he doesn't even.
He's like, yeah, I'm only like 3 episodes in. I was like, well, guess what? You suck, buddy.
But also before we got in, all of a sudden a child prodigy with a violin. This little girl showed up. She had to be probably 10. 9, 10.
Yeah, she had to been like, around
super
there.
young. Her and her dad showed up. She busted out a violin, started going in. Her dad started playing the guitar. They sang Wagon Wheel. Spencer gave him money.
I gave them $5 too. Wow,
I'm just giving everybody $5. I gave him a tip too. I walked up. I go, don't smoke in bed. There's your tip.
All right, let's. I'm gonna roast Jared right now. I'm gonna call him out on something. Jared, did you tip Amy when you went to Chili's?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, that's the first time I've ever heard of
that
Jared
is the biggest
tipping
lie. I tip every time, but every time I go to the restaurant, I make the same joke. I go, I never tip for a job I could do myself. That's a joke. I always tip.
Okay, every time I've went out to breakfast with Jared that he paid for himself for, or lunch or whatever. We went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and when I looked at his bill, it said $0 on the tip.
That's not true.
So
I always tip.
40% tipped. Because Jared didn't tip. It said 0-0.
That is the biggest. You're the biggest liar. I think I would know my own bill.
Jared, I remember.
I'm flipping him off. I wish the battery didn't die. I wish someone charged the damn battery. I'm flipping him off. I always tip.
I remember.
I always tip. I tip Diana when I go get pizza from her.
Okay, maybe then. But I'm telling you, when we've been out to eat,
this is the biggest load of baloney.
You told me I can't. I don't tip for a job.
It's a joke. I make
that
joke.
Which is made by Dwight Schrute on The Office.
I literally make that joke every single time I go out to eat.
Listen, I'm just saying, you're not a tipper. It's okay. It's okay that you're scum of the earth. But
you are the worst human being on this planet.
I'm not. I at least tip people.
Oh my god, I do too. I'm gonna kill you.
You heard it here, folks. Jared's gonna kill me. Someone please help.
You heard it here, folks. Open auditions for next week's podcast.
For season 2.
For season 2, woo! Yeah, so we got into the show. It was awesome. They did great. It was super funny. I wish it lasted a little bit longer. It was only like an hour.
Yeah, they came on a little late, but it's not a big deal because you know what? They like came out and it was a good time. They had a really good vibe
Super funny.
to them. And you know, I could definitely tell like Noah was getting really pissed about like people kept just shouting shit out.
Oh my god, cuz when it was quiet, Allison made this like remark, or she brought up this point, how when it would get quiet, people would scream whatever just cuz they wanted that like 1 second of his attention.
Yeah. And he's like, "Okay, yep." And he's like trying to speak about something and they're like, and then they're cutting him off, and it's like, you know, it's kind of rude. Like I mean, yeah, you paid to be there, but like at the same time, like they came out to do a performance.
It's more of like they're doing it for you,
Yeah.
you guys, because
you're there to watch. Like you don't go yelling out random shit in the movie theater. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
Like, and that's the point that I was making. It was like it's not, you know, it's not cool. It was kind of, and you could hear him getting frustrated. So, I mean, that is what it is. But it was they did some pretty funny shit. Like,
yeah,
they did a bit on something that they normally do on their show.
that's cringe.
That's cringe. That was pretty funny.
That was super funny.
I thought I was loving that, and
yeah,
and I won't ruin the whole show for people, but they they did a Q&A at the end, and I was gonna yell out at the end. I was gonna ask if they wanted to date my cousin, and then I was gonna lift Jack Smith up.
Oh my god!
And I thought that was like the funniest thing. But
it wasn't.
No, nobody laughed. No, when I pitched the idea to you guys, you weren't into it, so
We all just looked away.
yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
I mean, you could do what you want, but it's not that funny.
It was a good show though. After that, we were like, okay, we're super hungry. Let's find something. I found out Pepe's Pizza. I guess the best pizza in the country is based out of New Haven, where we were.
I'm so surprised with you that you don't know simple Connecticut facts.
No, do you know what pissed me off though? There is a Pepe's Pizza. I find out about this Pepe's Pizza while I'm mid Taco Bell meal.
And everybody says Pepe's is the best. I would say that it's a toss-up between Pepe's and Sally's. I would say Sally's.
I would have
is
had
close.
Pepe's, Sally's, anything over Taco Bell. Taco Bell's good, don't get me wrong. But if Pepe's Pizza, known for the best pizza in the country, is a 5-minute walk away, I'd rather go there than a Taco Bell cantina with you, Jack, and Allison, where you ate extra cheese on your whole meal and then actually you gave me one of the cinnamon.
I did give you a Cinnabon.
Cinnabon.
And you know what, Jared? I wish I didn't give you that Cinnabon because you're roasting me right now. We're eating cheese, man.
You put extra cheese.
And guess what? Who had the farts in the car? Not me.
Jack Smith.
Jack Smith had the
poop.
farts. And he
That was
pooped his pants in my
rancid.
car.
He almost pooped his pants.
No,
Don't. You know, he doesn't listen to the podcast. He shit himself. He's absolutely disgusting. And yeah.
Got all over my leather seats. I was
Oh my
pissed. No,
yeah. It was a great show. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, no, I was super hyped, and there was a lot of funny parts of it, and some parts I was like, maybe I'm just not. I've only listened to them for a short period of time, so I don't know. But it was pretty crazy with everything, and yeah.
They made a lot of like reference. I'm coming in. I just like zoomed back in because I was checking my phone, but and they came back with some more jokes.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did a lot of like inside jokes people lost their shit about, or not really inside jokes, but like
references to
It was
anything
so
they ever
annoying.
did. Like they're both Vine stars, so if people don't know who these guys
no,
are,
all the references were about either the podcast. I got like a lot of the references because I follow both of them on the podcast, and I watch them on YouTube. It was like a lot of their references were because of YouTube and the podcast. But if they make the joke, it's funny. Like, don't get me wrong, that shit's funny. But I don't need to lose my mind and scream because he said sugar gay.
oh my gosh, or 50 Nick. Ah!
Oh my, it was so annoying.
It's so crazy.
And then this one kid, I'm not a tall dude. I'll be honest. I'm 5'9" 3/4. I tell people I'm 5'10". I lie. I'm a human. I'm flawed. This one dude,
scum of the
in
earth.
front of, like 2 rows in front of me, decided to. We were in the balcony, so you had to look down. Decided to lean forward in his chair so I couldn't see. So I was like climbing all over Jack the whole time. He's a stinky kid with his toots.
Was he tooting?
Not during the show. I was just roasting him because he doesn't listen to the podcast.
He is
Overall,
pretty
it was a
stinky.
great show, though.
Yeah, no, I was super happy with that. And then, coming back was a long drive. It was only an hour, but
then
it
you had
felt
to drive
forever.
back
Yeah,
to
I dropped
your house.
all you off, and then I went home, and yeah, and then you know what? No fire calls, nothing.
Awesome. So you got to sleep.
Yeah, I woke up at like 7. Got home at like midnight.
You go home at midnight. Oh yeah, you dropped me off at like 11:20.
Yeah, and then
It's like a
dropped
40
them
minute
off.
drive.
Yeah.
For once, you had to drive all the way out here instead of me driving out here every damn Sunday.
Well, we could do the podcast in your trailer.
I don't live in a trailer.
No, the quad trailer.
I don't think it smells like gas in there. We'd just like halfway through
die.
just pass.
We'd asphyxiate.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
We'd have to close up all the walls, have no circulation, so there's no sound coming in.
We could do it in the basement of your house.
Or you just do it in the shed.
We could do it in the shed, and then Pierre could come out and go ring, 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 with the chainsaw,
Hey, that can work. We can
and then kill us.
What?
Nothing.
So yeah.
So yeah, everything was good. One other thing is, which you can't see now because the camera's dead, but the shirt I'm wearing is very special.
Oh my god. We talked about the shirt on the podcast.
Yeah, I know,
Well,
but
not
I don't
that
think I
exact
ever
one.
wore it on the podcast.
I have a tank top there. Explain the shirt.
Why aren't you wearing your workout 24/7 shirt?
Because I didn't know you were wearing it.
Yeah, so they have a gym in Maine that we went on vacation to. We talked about this in another episode. Go check it out. And it says workout 24, and that's like a slogan, like, yeah, workout 24/7. And
Brings back good memories.
Yeah, but they actually had a gym and it was really shitty. But
It was super. We'll probably go next year.
well, this year we'll probably
Yeah.
we'll probably still go to it
It's
because
cheap. It was like $20 for the whole week for.
was it even $20? That was like 15.
It might have been 15.
I was 15 for me because I was a firefighter, and not for you because
No, I was 50. I was 10 actually because I was a student.
really.
Yeah.
Well,
Ha.
whatever.
Huh.
Huh.
Take that, 4 eyes.
At least I tip people. You
Oh my
scum.
god, I do. I tip people.
Tell us about your running. You were telling me earlier that you've been doing a lot more cardio because you're trying to make your muscles smaller again.
Steroid Jared does not get smaller.
Steroid Jared's been running more because he's like, I'm too buff. I can't be this buff around people because people will think I'm
Yeah,
like
exactly.
freakishly buff. So.
I've been running a lot because the police exam you have to run about 1.5 miles in 12 minutes 38 seconds.
When are you taking the chip test?
I'm not gonna say because if I fail it, then I have to come back on the podcast and be like, I didn't get.
Did you already sign up for it?
I might have. I might have not. It might be during the summer. It might be before the summer. It might be after the summer.
So it's in the summer.
You could fuck off.
It's June 18th. If everybody was wondering,
June 18th. Okay.
is it June 18th?
No, I'm not gonna say it.
Did you even sign up?
Maybe, maybe not.
You could say if you signed up. You don't have to tell people that when it was.
All right. So the chip test is 1.5 miles in 12 minutes 38 or 48 seconds for my age group. You have to do 29 push-ups in a minute, 40 sit-ups in a minute, and a 300-meter dash in 59 seconds.
300 meters?
That's like
3/4 of a track?
Yeah, in a minute. Not bad.
In a minute?
It's not bad.
No, that's actually, no. You could definitely do that.
Yeah,
Like,
so the push-ups easy. I could do
how many push-ups?
29 in a minute. I could do I've tested myself. I could hit 29 in honestly 22 seconds.
Wow.
Do you want me to do them right now?
Yeah, break them out. Well, if the camera was rolling, that'd be good footage, but
Yeah, I'm done.
wow.
Want to see me do it again?
Why don't you-
Sit-ups, they're easy. Just you have to keep going. I mean, it's annoying. So I've just been running a lot, and running sucks. Running
Well,
absolutely sucks.
you're like, to your point, you're doing, you know what? After this, you got your running shoes?
Yeah.
We're going to go up to the track down the road. After this, I
No.
want to time you doing 300 meters.
No, I could just. There's a speed trap in front of your house. I could just run by that. If you don't know what a speed trap is, it's the it clocks you in like what your car's driving at, and if it's like, say the speed limit is 25 miles an hour, you're going 35, it'll flashlight at you.
I want to see how fast you can run.
All right, we'll do that, and then we'll post the results. You have to run too,
All right.
and then Velma will run. Spencer's dog.
And Velma will fucking whoop
Oh,
both
yeah.
of us.
So I got my fastest mile because I'll do 1.5 miles up at a track, but like I'll have my phone on me, so I'll be able to check the time. Got my fastest mile in 7 minutes 51 seconds.
That's awesome.
It's Yeah, it was good. It's good. I mean, I
For
could
someone
do.
that doesn't have very long legs either, not bashing you.
No.
But like I used to do track when I was doing track. They like guys could do. I knew guys that do like a 5-minute mile
Yeah.
because
Pretty crazy.
But they were freaking 6'3" and they had super long
But also
legs.
think
and
about it, I don't run a lot. I
Yeah.
rarely run. Like I would like to run when it's like nice out. Like I'll run my dog. But in the winter, I hate running on treadmills. They can fuck up your knees pretty badly. And when I go to the gym, I just mostly do like weightlifting. So.
Same. I mean, I do stairs. That's my favorite.
Oh, also for weightlifting, I hit a really high number. I deadlifted 315 pounds.
Yes.
I accidentally put 305 on my Instagram, so if you saw that's actually 315. I'm a lot more buff than I sound.
10 pounds more buff. And I was one that figured that out because like, wait, is that 315? I was like, yeah. Take credit for yourself, man. That's an awesome accomplishment.
I deadlifted 315, weighing at 148.
That's awesome.
Yeah, super hyped.
You're basically you deadlifted more than double your weight.
Yep, I was super excited about that. I'm just starting to really get into deadlifting. Now I'm starting to get into squatting because I need to get my legs a little bit bigger.
I was super into deadlifting. Like,
yeah, you were really into deadlifting.
Our friend, I wasn't as into deadlifting as Lucian was.
No, Lucian would deadlift every day.
Our friend Lucian would deadlift literally every day, and he would be. He got up. So I started lifting last year, and I got to my max was 515 in August. That's when I hit that. Yeah. So in August I hit 515, and I was at like a 425 squat and a 315 bench.
Yeah, so you were in the 1,000-pound club.
Well, I was in the 1,000-pound club in like
For anybody who
June,
doesn't
but
know,
way
1,000-pound club is between your squat, deadlift, and bench, you hit over 1,000 pounds or more.
Yeah, and I was like nowhere near, and like in 2 months I put almost. Let's see. Yeah, so my squat was like 385. For my 1,000-pound club lifts, I was 275 for bench, 425 for deadlift.
Oh yeah.
And 385 for squat. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you had like there's trainers that will watch you to make sure like.
Yeah, you have to have a certified trainer from that gym tell you, okay, this is, you've done, it's a good lift. I have videos of all that on the Guru and Training Instagram, if you want to check those out. But yeah,
there's also a video of Spencer eating Taco Bell last night on Guru and Training.
There is not, and
instead of Pepe's Pizza.
Listen, man, let me tell you something. I would have loved eating Pepe's. I would have eaten the shit out of Pepe's. I would have felt way better about myself eating Pepe's Pizza over Taco Bell because I haven't eaten fast food in a while, and like pretty much most of this year I haven't
eaten a lot of fast food, but like lately I've been kind of like I really want fast food. Like I had Wendy's the day before, I had Taco Bell last night.
Dude, and
I begged
so
you
addicting.
for a McDub.
Didn't even take you to get a
McDonald's McDub. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, didn't even take you there.
Didn't even take me there. It's okay. It's good. Positive reinforcement.
And yeah, and now we're here.
Back doing the podcast.
And we built that. I built that garden box today. I freaking spent an hour at Home Depot trying to explain to the guy what I wanted cut, how I wanted it cut. So, it was.
Oh, let's talk about this real quick. I show up at Spencer's house, bright and early, 12 o'clock after the gym. No, I show up at Spencer's house probably like 12:41.
No way, no, because I didn't even get home until like almost 2 o'clock.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't get.
I show up, I see Spencer's girlfriend, sweetest, doing yard work by herself.
Yes, because I was doing yard work in the back.
I was looking around. Oh, where's Spencer? Oh, he's at the store. While you're doing yard work, Abby? Yeah. The sun was beating down on her. It was a hot day. I go, Abby, stay right here. Run to my car, switch out my shoes, throw a cutoff on because I was going to start sweating, and I helped her. We weeded a little bit. Well, she weeded a lot before I showed up. Yeah, Spencer was doing nothing. He was running to the store, talking up some Home Depot boy. Then when I got back, we spread some mulch. Finally, Spencer rolls up. Jared, help me carry this to the backyard. I'm not strong enough.
Says the boy that carried one piece of wood. And he's like, how do I do this? In the fence.
No one will know anything unless you describe that. I made a SpongeBob reference where I walked through Spencer's fence with the plank sideways so I didn't fit.
Yeah.
And that was Spencer's way of explaining that joke.
Yeah, and that's what happened. And then Jared, Jared went back inside after. He's like, "I'll help you dig," and then he shoveled like 3 pieces of dirt. And then
I shoveled a little bit, and then you decide not to have more than one shovel at your house.
Sorry.
After I was doing so much work, and now we're doing the podcast here.
Yeah.
And do you know what I didn't get for all this? The one thing I wanted that I didn't get was a McDub. Who's McDubless today?
You.
This guy.
You guess what?
Who do I hate? You.
Guess what? After this, you could go get a McDub.
I don't want a McDub anymore.
Well, good. That's a good thing then.
It is.
You guess you didn't really even want it.
It was more of like the heat of the moment.
Yeah, exactly. I got some hot sauce for you to try.
No.
Nothing.
Yeah, so that's the recap of the past 2 weeks. We talked about TMG podcast. We talked about Spencer's shirt is Structure Fire. We talked about me being an Olympian
and going to Plymouth State. Yeah, we had a good 2 weeks. And I mean, it really sucks that we didn't get to do last week, but it wasn't really Jared's fault. It was actually my fault because of all the stuff that happened with the house.
Oh, it is.
But if this whole house was covered in shit, and we wouldn't have a studio to record in, so thank gosh we fixed that out.
Yeah, and there we go. That's the All About It podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, boys and
girls.
girls.
Check us out on...
And anybody.
Everybody that... We love you all. We don't care what you are, who you are, whatever you want to be. You could be a damn dog for all we care. Just listen to us, okay?
Please, for the love of God, we need the views. We're lying about the 40 billion people.
We really need you guys to watch it. But yeah, if you guys want to check us out on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher,
YouTube,
and
then we'll do polls on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah,
Spencer put up a
we
poll.
didn't even talk about that. Holy shit!
We'll talk about it right now. Spencer last night at the TMG podcast or the TMG show got a little antsy sitting in his seat for too long, so he decided I'm going to tweet out who's the better host. Twitter, he puts up who's the better host, Spencer or Jared. He votes with him. He votes himself, so of course I vote myself. And then on Instagram, he goes, who's the better host? Twitter, landslide. Jared 73, Spencer 27. Instagram, no. Before we say anything, Instagram, it was 43-57. But who has 2 accounts that voted for Spencer? Here's the explanation. No, but we put up some like questions for you guys to answer, or for you guys to say. We'll answer it on the podcast.
Yeah, sorry I didn't put anything about Jared's accentuating ween shorts.
Oh my God, this is where we're ending the podcast. Thanks for listening. Peace.